My roommates and I were watching TV one night when all of us got hit with the munchies. They wanted to order delivery, but I felt like cooking, so I decided to save us all some money and guarantee the food would be good by making homemade hamburgers. I just had to run out and grab everything I needed for it. The only place that had all that stuff so late at night was Walmart, so I booked it over there myself while I still had some time before they closed. Luckily, it was only a few minutes away, and the parking lot seemed almost completely empty. I parked close to the front, expecting to get in and out quickly without any crowds or cars getting in my way. I sort of had tunnel vision on my task, so I didn't see anyone around. That is until some random guy pushed past me as we both were entering the Walmart at the same time. The guy just brushed shoulders with me pretty abruptly and just ran off into the store, laughing under his breath. I didn't want to confront the guy either. He was either mentally ill or just a troublemaking teen I didn't want any problems with. I just hoped he didn't end up in the same part of the store as me. Unfortunately, when I made my way to the produce section, that weirdo was already there. He didn't have a cart or basket. It looked like he was just loitering around the cases and laughing. Then I realized he was filming himself as he wandered around, taking close-ups of certain fruits and vegetables while giggling like a snotty little kid up to no good. It was weird as hell. Of course, I was trying my best not to stare, despite the fact it was just me and him in that section of the store. I couldn't tell exactly what he was doing or why the potatoes and apples were so funny to him. I didn't want to get too close to him either, so I had to linger on the opposite side of the section, waiting for him to move on so I could get the stuff I wanted. Whenever he glanced over at me, we'd only make eye contact for a split second before I looked away. Even though it was only for a tiny moment, it felt like we locked eyes and I had to tear mine away. His presence made the empty store feel packed, like I couldn't get away from him or get around him. We made eye contact 3 or 4 times, and each time I looked down until I felt like he was looking away. Then the last time we locked eyes, I looked down, and a second later, he was right in front of me. "Stop looking at me. I'm sorry I wasn't. I swear." "What do you want from me? Huh?" "Nothing. I'm just trying to buy groceries, man. You disgust me. I think you deserve exactly what's coming to you." "What?" "Stay away from me, or I'll shove a cucumber up your ass." Though I'm sure you'd enjoy it. As quickly as that freak became a problem, he just walked away. I was completely at a loss there for a minute, but I eventually realized he wasn't coming back. I gathered everything I needed and checked out, seeing no sign of him on my way back to my car. When I got home, I told my roommates about what happened. My roommates and I laughed it off, trying not to let the incident ruin the night. I was ready to forget about it and start cooking. About an hour later, the three of us all had chowed down on the burgers I cooked. We cleaned up the mess in the kitchen and put away the leftover veggies, then watched TV for a little while longer before finally heading to bed. Once all the distractions were gone, though, I started thinking about that freak at Walmart again. What the hell was his deal? All I could see was his gross face bearing down on me. It was like he followed me into my dreams, turning them into horrible nightmares. Suddenly, I shot awake. I thought the pain was just in my dreams, but I actually was kneeled over in agony, throwing up everything and convulsing uncontrollably. I slid off my bed and crawled over to my roommate's room to get help, but they were sick just like me. The entire apartment was in chaos. We had to call 911 and get transported to the hospital because we all thought we were going to die. The doctors told us that we must have gotten food poisoning, and they pointed to my burgers as it was the last thing we had all eaten together. For days, I felt so guilty, even though we were recovering. I felt terrible for putting my roommates through that, and I didn't think I'd ever feel confident enough to cook again. Then a news story broke about a guy who had gone viral for spraying pesticides and rat poison on vegetables at Walmart when I saw his face. It was the same guy that harassed me that night. He was arrested, and I was exonerated in the eyes of my roommates. But ever since then, I still don't feel the same. If there's people like that freak blatantly poisoning food right on the shelves of the grocery store, how can I ever trust any of the food I buy? This story was inspired by a disturbing incident regarding a 27-year-old man named Charles Smith. Charles Smith. A man named Smith is facing multiple charges, including introducing poison, criminal damage, endangerment, and theft after a bizarre incident at Walmart. He was seen spraying grocery items with chemicals, an act he also posted on TikTok and Instagram. In the videos, since deleted, he sprayed produce and meat with bug spray. Smith, who told police he earns up to $10,000 monthly as a social media troll, now faces significant legal fees, with his bond set at $25,000. Residents and Walmart shoppers in Mesa expressed disgust upon learning of the incident. Although Smith posted 2 update videos claiming he threw away the contaminated food, he was only seen gathering some items before taking them to a Walmart trailer behind the store. Mesa police noted that there was enough time between the spraying and his attempt to collect the items for shoppers to unknowingly pick up contaminated produce. Walmart confirmed that the affected produce was removed. Court documents also indicate an active case against him in Tempe. Smith turned himself in on December 21st, becoming the latest internet troll to face consequences for crimes caught on camera.